Hello, konnichiwa. We are back with new Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Prologue. So, I'm a little worried about who we're going to meet next, because if I'm correct, there are two people in a certain classroom who are two of the most unique characters in the entire series. We've never really seen characters like them. And two of my favorite characters. So yeah, there's nothing else, nothing we missed. And the decorations in this, and I really like the layout of the school too. It feels more fresh, and I prefer the color scheme over Trigger Happy Havoc because I feel like that was a bit too bright and kind of unrealistic, while this seems more realistic. Like, you could imagine this being a school, kind of. Classroom A. This is a nice decorated classroom. Oh, and this is the classroom where Kaede did the thing she did. Hey, wait for me! Here it is. The man you've all been waiting for. And I can't say I haven't been waiting for him either. But like, I like the little decorations with the lights, and his sprite is kind of similar to Chiaki's with the hands. I'm excited. He just has that added twinkle in his eyes. Please stop. Don't come any closer. And here we have our good old robot friend. That boy in white is chasing that other boy in the funny clothes. What's happening here? I have no idea. But first, more importantly, we need to smack down the chairs and tables. Because you know we need those mono coins. I like how they added the two characters in between the desks rather than like beside or in front of them. Like, you can tell that they're kind of scrambling through the stuff. It's so difficult to hit these. But then again, I like that it's not like super easy to get them, even though this is a much better way to get coins than what it was in the past games where you had to investigate stuff. Because those were frustrating. I don't know, it was fine, but I feel like this is a lot easier and a bit more fun. Aw, Mimi. I also like this way of investigating better because like it's more clear, even though it's not exactly clear at some points, especially during the crimes, like what you can actually tap on. But I do prefer this over a bunch of like blue dots or blue circles all over the place. I'm sure these just say the same things, but I need the XP. Why are the school windows covered in barbed wire? Who knows? Normal schools don't have monitors like this, right? Blackboard. This blackboard is also an LCD screen. Not something you don't see every day. I wonder if the blackboards in each class are a different color. Like the one that Kaede and Shuichi woke up in, I'm pretty sure it was green. And this one's blue. I wonder if class C has something different. It looks like that guy in the white is chasing somebody. He doesn't look like he wants to be chased though. Should we stop him? Probably. You're so nice, caring about people you haven't even met. Okay, a lot of people start by talking to Kiibo, which I will too, just because I'm pretty sure whichever one you talk to would just start the same sequence. I think you get extra dialogue with Kiibo. Please stop. Don't come any closer. Come on, wait up! Oh, the little shines. Let me touch your body a little. I've always wanted to be friends with a robot. What? A robot? Oh, it must have been chaotic. I wonder if these two woke up in this classroom together. Or like just if they woke up together and Kokichi's just been harassing Kiibo the entire time. So yeah, they probably like started off together, even though I don't see any lockers in this room. But you know, if everyone did wake up in pairs, I'm assuming they came together. So they were together for the longest time. What is it? Are you another robophobe? Aww. I have a recording function. If you make any robophobic remarks, I will see you in court. Wait, you're a robot? Are you for reals a robot? I just noticed Kiibo doesn't have eyebrows. He has very long eyelash looking thing parts, but no eyebrows.
まさか
Are you one of the monocubs?
やめてください。
Do not compare me to those toys. I'm not just any old robot.
僕の名前はキーボ。超高校級のロボットなんですよ。
Yeah, and they never mention K1B0 in the Japanese one. It's just Kiibo. Which Kiibo, or Kiibo means hope. And so yeah, I guess it's a play on words. So Kiibo really is the hope robot. Anyway, Kiibo's voice actor is, in the English version, is Lucien Dodge. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. Who previously voiced Hifumi Yamada, which to me it's kind of hard to believe, but I guess Hifumi did have like a certain way of speaking. But yeah, it feels really different from like Kiibo and Hifumi's voice. So I think that's really cool, like the range that he can do. And the Japanese voice actor who we just heard is Tetsuya Kakihara. I like the color scheme with Kiibo's, like the neon green and the gray background kind of matching his outfit. I also really want to see Kiibo in like a kind of like a turtleneck or mock neck shirt, like gray sweater or something, kind of matching his design, because I'm assuming that it kind of looks like he's wearing a turtleneck in a way, or just some kind of like scarf like thing, which I think looks really cool. I'd love to see him wearing normal quote-unquote clothes. Ultimate robot. That's not fair. You can't be the only one who gets to show off. I'll introduce myself too. I like the little like teeth. I don't know what you would call that. It's kind of like cat teeth with the little fangs. That's cute. Oh, go ahead.
俺は大間小吉だよ。超高校級の相当なんだ。
He sounds so like full of himself and proud of the fact that he's a supreme leader. I love his voice actor in the Japanese one. Anyway, Kokichi Oma's English voice actor is Darkstone Prince, and he previously voiced Fuyuhiko Kusuryu. I really like how he did Kokichi's voice in like chapter 5 and chapter 4 more so, with like all the laughs and yeah, really like puts emotion into Kokichi. But right now we just heard the Japanese voice actor who is Hiro Shimono, and I'm pretty sure he also voiced what's his name? Zenitsu from Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is really cool. He goes from like a purple character to a yellow character. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, like a very confident, kind of charismatic character, Kokichi, to a not so confident, cowardly character. So yeah, I really like his Japanese voice actor and as Kokichi. I think it sounds really nice. But I haven't heard a lot of it, so that's why I'm excited to hear more of it. Like I've never heard what it's like in chapter 4 or 5 for the Japanese voice actor, so that's exciting. A robot and supreme leader? Neither of them make any sense.
ところでさ、
By the way, I learned the hard way that a robot's breath smells like gasoline.
失礼な。
He says that so innocently. My breath does not smell like gasoline. I'm powered by electricity.
にしし。
I'm just kidding.
笑えませんよ。
You're not funny. Aw.
だよね。
Of course you don't think I'm funny. Robots can't understand human humor to begin with.
バカにしないでください。
Don't mock me. I've studied the complete history of stand-up comedy. I think you should have just watched stand-up comedy instead of studying it. Aw, he's trying. Come on. He can probably tell you the mathematical way of how to get someone to laugh, or the scientific way. Plus, I may have the appearance of a robot, but I am a high school student, just like you. You're a high school student?
ええ。
I was created by Professor Itabashi, the leading authority in the field of robotics. He installed in me a strong AI capable of learning and maturing like a human brain. Is that a Your Turn to Die reference? I tried to think of one earlier that I could say that's a Your Turn to Die reference, because like AI, you know, haha, very funny. But no, I couldn't think of anything. That's sad. I also really like Kiibo's ahoge. It's like, it can like bend and twist in many different ways. And it's more kind of dynamic compared to like Makoto, Hajime, Kaede or Shuichi's ahoge. So I think that's cool. That's why, at the time of my creation, I didn't know anything. I was like a baby. And he really does look like a more, or like hair-wise, looks more like a sharper Makoto.
ですが
But the professor raised me like I was his own child. Aw. I wonder if there's like a baby version of Kiibo. Or like, did the professor move the AI from different bodies? Just like how you would grow. And like, if so, is there like a tiny baby Kiibo? Or was he always just like this? He taught me so many things, until finally he enrolled me in high school.
どうですか
And now I stand here before you all. See, I'm just like everyone else. Aw. That's so nice. Kiibo's really innocent. I feel like a lot of people kind of forget about Kiibo because like he really does only do anything major until chapter 6. End of chapter 6 even. Or no, I guess the entire chapter 6. But like Kiibo is really just a nice big old sweetheart. And yeah, he's really innocent and says a lot of nice things. So I feel like a lot of people forget about that, which is too bad.
ね
Hey, do robots have the male genitals? And Kokichi says this like it's no big deal, like it's an actual question with the little green question mark on the side. He's so innocent. I feel like Kokichi looks the most like a child, like in his age, like a teenager. Maybe it's because of like the face shape and stuff. Like so innocent, yet so evil inside.
ちょっと
Please do not ask ridiculous questions. But he didn't answer. Kiibo never gave a response to that.
にしし
I only asked because your backstory is pretty flaccid for a robot. Oh, this reminds me. In the comic anthology for V3, there's this one comic where it's basically like Kokichi keeps making fun of Kiibo, and then Kaede and Shuichi try to like think of a way to fix that, and so they get Kiibo to wear some like a Japanese kimono because he says he likes Japanese things. But like Kokichi is so quick with his mouth to think of a comeback to anything, like instant. And they even said something along, I don't exactly know what it's exactly translated to, but in the Japanese one he basically says, or I think Kaede and Shuichi basically say, that was an instant nonpa. So like Danganronpa, and nonpa means kind of like fighting back with words and like attacking people with words. So I think that's cool that they actually use words. Like Kokichi is the definition of a ronpa or even a danganronpa, even though dangan means like pistol. But yeah, I think that's cool. Like you, and even Kaede and Shuichi admit that you cannot beat Kokichi with words. And the fact that the protagonists say that is something real big. And Kokichi is really smart. Well, I can see how being a robot might be enough to be called the ultimate robot.
えっと
Hey, Kokichi, I don't really understand your ultimate supreme leader talent.
おお
Neither does half the fandom. Oh, I'm just the supreme leader of an evil secret organization. That's all. Ooh, I really like the sprite too. I'm gonna be saying that about like all of everyone's sprites. They're all such nice poses. Like I love how he is right now with the finger over his mouth. What?
と
I gotta say, it's pretty impressive. My organization has over 10,000 members.
え
He's stretching the truth. Seriously? The supreme leader of an evil secret organization.
俺は嘘つきだからね。
Who knows? I am a liar after all. That voice line too. I love the voice actor is so good for Kokichi in the Japanese version and in the English one, but I just feel like the Japanese one fits his character design and overall character a bit more because he sounds more like a young teen kid rather than like a middle-aged man. Who knows? I'm a liar after all. And the pose, I find myself doing that a lot too, like the hands behind your head. It's comfortable. What can I say? It's a comfortable pose to be in. Huh? So you were lying just now?
本当だよ。
Well, I am the supreme leader of an evil secret organization. That part was true.
もう
Kind of. So, were you lying or not?
にしし。
I'm not telling you.
あのさ
By the way, what is the name of that organization?
おお。
It's a secret, you know, because it's a secret organization.
でも
But I've never heard of such a large secret organization like that.
まあね。
Of course you haven't, because it's a secret organization. Duh.
もう
Hey, everything he's said so far is sounding like a lie, so that's gotta be a lie too, right?
まったく
Just leave him alone. Everything he has been saying has been a lie. Aw. He's a far more suspicious person than I am, that's for sure. This is the problem with both Rantaro and Kiibo say, like, he's, like, another person is much more suspicious than I am, or, I promise, I'm not a bad guy. Like, that just makes you seem more suspicious, even though by the end of the game you do know, or you learn that both of them were very innocent people, and they shouldn't be suspicious. But the fact that they're saying that makes them suspicious. Well, of course they're not a suspicious person, because robots aren't people, silly. Ooh. See, that instant comeback. And it's not like Kiibo even said anything back to him. Oh, are you mad? Are you gonna hit me with a rocket punch?
できません
I don't have that function. Aw.
なんだ。
Aw, man, you're boring. Yeah, I feel like boring is a big thing with Kokichi. Like, that almost decides your value to him. And yeah, like we'll get back to that later on when he says more stuff about it. But yeah. Finding Peace Party. I don't think they're finding peace here. The name of the song, but yeah. Don't think this is very peaceful. What a weird boy. He's like a mischievous little kid. I mean, he is a mischievous little kid. This is no time to be joking around, unless he really is an evil supreme leader. He's doing the Nagito pose. So you know he's an antagonist. Kokichi and Kiibo's report cards have been updated. Level up, sweet. Yeah, so okay, let's talk to Kiibo again.
僕は
I may have the appearance of a robot, but I am a high school student just like you. From one high school student to another, I hope we can get along. And it really sucks because, like, Kiibo probably never did really have any friends if this is his first time actually going to school. Because he said that, like, the professor finally enrolled him in a high school. So that means he probably didn't go to, like, elementary school or obviously kindergarten. So it kind of sucks that this is his first experience being around other people his age. And yet, like, nobody really becomes close friends with him. He doesn't really have anyone close to him, even by the end of the story. So, you know, that really sucks. Like, the closest person is Miu. And Miu, in a way, might have made it seem like push the fact that Kiibo's a robot. And, like, Miu especially liked him because he's this high-tech robot. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, I feel bad for Kiibo. Kiibo's so nice and precious. But then we have this little...
がっかりだよ。
Who creates a robot without a rocket punch? Why do you even exist? I'd also like to add one more thing about, like, Kokichi in chapter 6, you do learn that Kokichi is technically the ultimate supreme leader. Like, that wasn't exactly a lie because he has a lab that kind of fits that theme, even though it's not exactly what Kokichi said. That could either be that he was lying the whole time. He's actually, like, I don't know, the ultimate liar. But that lie slowly turned into the truth, which is a big theory. Or Kokichi actually is a good leader. Even if it's just 5 people, it's like 5 loyal goons. Monokuma mentions that in the Cupspad. So Kokichi probably is good at like getting people. I don't know if he like picked the 10 people off the ground, like if they're all just stray people, and like Kokichi gave them a purpose, or if it's just like Kokichi manipulated them into joining, which I don't want to think that. I want to think the latter, but yeah, you know, it's a hard, of course you don't know anything, nothing's confirmed. That's just my headcanon, that either Kokichi is the ultimate liar but his lie slowly turned into the truth, or he's actually a really good leader, a really good supreme leader, and if given the proper authority and opportunity, he would be able to like lead everyone just like Kaede did, even better, if it weren't for his whole act within the killing game. Which leads me to my next tiny little headcanon theory of why Kokichi already picks on Kiibo right from the beginning. Either one is that Kokichi just really likes to pick on Kiibo because Kiibo's different, or 2, because Kokichi might have already like figured out a tiny bit and kind of wants to find out more about Kiibo, which is why he kind of pokes fun at him and figures out how to push his buttons, quote unquote. Because I'm assuming they were already introduced to the Monokubs. But yeah, so Kokichi might have already been thinking ahead. He already has his act on, unless he actually is this kind of person, which probably isn't that far-fetched. He probably is similar to how he acts within the killing game. But yeah, maybe Kokichi already was suspicious of Kiibo right from the beginning and tried to find out more about him. And like try to figure out, oh, maybe Kiibo is, because in chapter 6 you do learn that Kiibo is like the eyes and ears of the killing game, basically like broadcasting the killing game from himself. So maybe Kokichi already like had an idea about that. He was suspicious of Kiibo, like I said before. Or Kokichi just really wants some screen time, and maybe like Tsumugi and the other developers from Team Danganronpa wanted to, like, they made this extravagant, interesting character like Kokichi and wanted to make sure that he's always, or not always, but like a big part of the killing game, and making Kokichi kind of poke at Kiibo or the fans a little more. I don't know, those are just ideas, all headcanons. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Kiibo or Kokichi's talent and his behavior right from the beginning. Like, did you just put it off as, oh, he's just a mischievous kid? Or like, have you ever thought of why he does the things he does? Obviously it's impossible to actually figure it out, because I think that's what's so great about his character. There's no wrong answer, but there's no right answer. So yeah, great character, love him. Really fun to like think about, which I'll of course get into that more when we go further into the game and further into each of the characters. But yeah, that's just my first, not exactly first impression, but first idea, first thought. An evil secret organization with over 10,000 members?
ね
It's a lie. I don't think you should worry about it. He's worrying about it. Aw. Shuichi's already deducting. Yeah. So 2 great characters. What did you guys think when you first met them? Like, did you believe that Kiibo was the ultimate robot? Like, did you believe that he was a robot in general? Or did you think that he's just a real person in a way, like cosplaying or pretending to be a robot? do you believe that he was going to be evil or good in the end, like for Kiibo? And for Kokichi, did you believe that he's the ultimate supreme leader? Did you even believe that that was a talent to begin with? Obviously, it's not exactly a talent, but I think you have to be pretty talented to be able to have those loyal goons. You need to be charismatic, you need to be a good leader, being able to take charge of things. And I feel like if Kokichi wasn't this whole like lying charade, and if he actually cooperated with the group, he would have been able to help people out a lot more, maybe even more than Kaede. I know that's just a theory. A Danganronpa theory. All my headcanons, so if you have a different opinion, that's your opinion. And please let me know down below, but I don't want anyone like fighting over anything in the comments. Because yeah, apparently a lot of people in different fandoms, of course, like kind of they always forget that people can have their own opinions and they don't have to be thinking the same exact thing as you do. Maybe you absolutely hate Kokichi and you think he's just a mischievous little kid that should go die. Or maybe you think he's a cinnamon roll, he didn't do anything wrong ever. And like that's all you. It's not my choice to get you to think that way. My job here is to only mention what I think about his character, not so much personal, just theories. Anyway, Kokichi Oma. I don't know why they got rid of the U, because Oma in the Japanese one should be spelled like O-U-M-A, but I guess it doesn't really change much. His height is 5'1", his weight is 97 pounds, very light, his chest is 28 inches, very small, and his blood type is A. His date of birth is June 21st, pretty close to mine. That makes me happy. He's like right in between Gemini and Cancer, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Likes carbonated drinks, especially Panta. I love that. They never mention that like anywhere else. It's just in like the opening sequence where he's holding the Panta bottle. We can't see it in this photo. But I mean, it shows his character.